Welcome back to League on 4, where it's Leeds and Catalans.
Rhinos versus Dragons.
It's Yorkshire against France.
To take you through all the action, it's our Rhino and our Dragon. Kyle and Mark. Which one's which, though? You decide.
Yeah, I'll let the viewers decide that one. This side have made a record start to a Super League season, and here they come, the Dragons, in their blood red kit, led out by Ben Garcia. And we set what should be a cracker. It's a bright day, Kyle Amor, but it's a blustery one. The kicking could well be crucial today.
Yeah, it certainly is, Mark. Good afternoon to you and everyone at home. That kicking game will become important. That wind is swirling around Headingley Stadium as the Rhinos enter the field. Of course, you mentioned there, Catalan Dragons, a wonderful start from them. 5 from 5 sees their best ever start to a campaign. And for the Rhinos, of course, only 2 wins from 5. They'll be looking to fix that here today in front of a home crowd.
There will be, indeed. Big crowd here. Nene McDonald, a positional switch for him. He's on the wing. Richie Myler at fullback may well have some high kicks to deal with this afternoon here. There's the man in the middle, Liam Moore. And another instalment of Super League on Channel 4 about to get underway. Should be a cracker. Leeds looking to bounce back from that defeat at Castleford last week. The Dragons hoping to make it 6 from 6. We're underway here in the Betfred Super League. The Leeds Rhinos against the Catalan Dragons. And it's the Dragons who will have first use of the ball, and Mike McMeekin, the versatile Mike McMeekin, takes the first carry. And the first set, as ever, so important.
Yeah, it certainly is, just to get into the groove of the game. Mike McMeekin with his 3rd straight start in the front row for Catalan Dragons, as his fellow partner in crime, Julian Busquet, there just takes us over the 35-metre line.
So the Dragons then, perfect start for them, despite missing some key players. They do have Mitchell Pearce available for the first time this season. There's another carry up the middle, and already the Dragons are making good meters here. Last one.
Go to the side.
Marcus good. Ball here with Pearce. He's going to float up the kick. He's going to invite McDonald to catch it. McDonald will catch it. But all in all, that's a pretty decent first set from the Dragons.
Sure is, Mark. You know, 60 metres gain there and just dropping that ball on Nene McDonald's head. They're going to do an awful lot of that. Nene McDonald, 16 carries, 138 metres out of backfield last week. He certainly is a Rhino that gets this side on the front foot. Tetivano now.
Yeah, nice carry down the short side from Tetivano. O'Connor gets it infield. Cameron Smith wrapped up. They'll be keen to keep an eye on Smith. He's got the talent, hasn't he? Plays tough, but he's got good hands as well. For the Rhinos, he's certainly one of their threats in the centre of the field. All moved across here, but the Rhinos not making the same meters that the Dragons managed in their opening set, meaning they're going to kick from just their side of the halfway line. It's a floated kick towards the corner. It's a pretty good kick as well. It'll find touch, but crucially, from a Dragons perspective, he was just outside the 40.
Yeah, quality kick there from Blake Austin. Just allows his side there just to match back with the Catalan Dragons' first set.
Square up, markers.
So the Dragons then with the ball, centre field.
Go.
They've enjoyed wins over Wakefield, Lee, Hull, Wigan and Hull Kingston Rovers, and now they've got a penalty.
Yeah, Jared O'Connor just catches Tom Johnson high. He just steps hard off his left foot. Bit of a swinging arm. They'll be disappointed for Owen Smith. They can't afford to do that against the Dragons, because look at the net result off the back of that. They just clear and they're straight into Leeds Rhinos' half without having to exert any energy whatsoever in the early stages of this game.
Yeah, that's a great kick, isn't it, for touch? And now the Dragons get a first attacking set, and they'll play it now. Ball dropped back underneath, 30 metres away. Looking for points. Mickey McAlorum, his 300th Super League appearance, gets the ball away, and now the red shirts in motion, 10 away. Big chance this for the visitors to open up their account. McAlorum gets it away. Busquet will drive for the post. They're setting up play here. They've got numbers Either side of the ruck now, the Dragons. Which way are they going? They're going to go left-hand side here. Oh, they overran it. We'll have to take a tackle here. No, they won't. They'll play on the Dragons. Pierce is wrapped up by Austin. That's a great tackle. Last one. Dragons again split. Either side of the ruck area. They'll be told to play on here. May will get it out the back. They've got numbers here. Could be a chance in the corner. Davis! Flying finish. Now has he got this down, Tom Davis? It's another flying acrobatic finish. But what is the decision on the field? He thinks he's got this one down. Let's hear now from the video referee.
Tackle 5. We have an on-field decision of a try. Can we just find a grounding, please? So we can see green between the boot and the touchline. There is still green between the boot and the touchline. He needs to now maintain possession and ground the ball. So his hand is up, he's in the field of play. And we got another angle on that just to make sure the hand stays on the ball. Okay, this will look perfect. So we know he's in the field of play, we just need to make sure that he maintains possession. His fingers are on the ball. Thank you, I have a decision.
Well, it's a flying finish, but it's a fingertip finish as well. And Tom Davis making the extraordinary look quite normal. His 4th try of the season incoming. And the Dragons' first opportunity to score ends with a Dragons try. Acrobatic, but in the end it was a fingertip that leads to the first points.
Yeah, a wonderful finish from that man there. He scored a try last week against Hull KR, and he's just got another one inside of 4 minutes. A beautiful, well-constructed set by Catalan Dragon. Atia Morg just going into the line there, and that finish is exquisite. How he gets that ball down, given the space that's available in front of him. It's beautiful play from this right-hand side attacker, Catalan Dragons, and that finish is the best that you'll see.
Well, it's a finish, Kyle, that quite frankly is becoming the norm, isn't it, now with these wingers? There's so many of them can do that.
Just how they do it is beyond me. Whole body out of play at pace and having enough control, even just with his fingertip, to get that ball down. Wonderful finish from him.
Yeah, really tough kick this for Adam Kieran, the former Sydney Roosters man.
Just go back to that penalty mark, don't you? Jared O'Connor called it there. You can't afford to do that against an outfit that's just playing with so much confidence at the moment. The Catalan Dragons.
Can he turn the 4 into 6 early on here at Headingley? Taking his time, he's entitled to do that. The home fans don't like it. Here he comes, left-footed. Is it worth the wait? You bet it is. What a kick, straight through the middle. And Catalan's perfect start to the season has been a perfect start at Headingley as well.
Yeah. You just see once again the finish there.
Tetivano
trying his best to come along and help Nene MacDonald out.
Stay behind him, boys. Stay behind.
The speed of the attack is too much. Short kick-off.
Yeah, the Rhinos have used this tactic quite a lot, and they're going to get the ball back. It's a tactic they do quite like to employ, isn't it, in the Rhinos? And now they've got the ball back, they'll get a set restart. So 6 tackles to come here as Caesar will challenge the line out wide. He's lost it though on the first tackle, and that is an absolute disaster for the Rhinos.
It sure is. They just got the ball back, didn't they, off the short kickoff.
Move now! Hold it, hold Sam, goal 0.
And Caesar goes without it.
And the Dragons have got it back, and the problem when you go short, Kyle, you know, if you're going to turn the ball over like that, you're giving the Dragons easy field position, and already they're over the halfway line again.
Certainly it's high risk, high reward. They get it. Look, they get it back on that play, but Caesar just needs to keep hold of the ball a bit more as Pierce drops off Manu Mao. What a signing he's been coming over from Hull FC.
Well, he's very much in the veteran stages, isn't he now? 34 years old, but he's still, as he showed at Wigan with a 2-try effort, got the ability. As now the ball moving across, Morg into the line. Morg trying to slice his way through. Caesar stops him. 25 away though, the Dragons. Looking in effect to go back-to-back here. The ball with McMeekan, spots up and runs it in hard. But a good tackle made over on that far side. Last one, they're going to try the short side again. Morg's going to run it. But this time the Leeds defence holds strong, and Dragons attempt at the power play ends with them turning the ball over 5 metres away.
Yeah, man-on-man defence over on that far side. Harry Newman getting involved with McIlaurin. And we know love lost between those two. In the old stage of McIlaurin, Terrier-like in how he approaches the game, but it's just man-on-man defence here. There's nothing troubling down that short side, but for Steve McNamara, he'll be happy to turn the ball over 5 metres away, 3 metres in on that far side.
Go.
And the Dragons, sorry Carl, the Dragons are really defending half of the width of the pitch here, aren't they? Because they know they've got Leeds penned in the corner.
Yeah.
And now they're going to try and expose that with a kick out wide, and it's a great catch. Now Martin's got it. He needs some support. McDonald is arriving. Reece Martin bulldozes his way over. Well, credit Blake Austin. He saw that the Dragons were defending narrow, and he went for the kick over the top. Walters has it over the 40-metre line. Is that a real shot in the arm for Leeds? Can they now? They've got a set restart as well, so 6 more tackles. Caesar will just drop the ball back inside. Well, that was great vision, wasn't it?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant there from Blake Austin to recognise, Mark, that you said they were defending effectively half of the field, given how tight they were. They put the ball in the corner, and when you do that, you can chop your line up and really go after teams when they've got the ball. But Austin just sees the space and takes it with a kick.
Mulroy was trying desperately to offload it there, the youngster. Had an injury-ravaged campaign last year, but he's back. And now the Rhinos are looking to come forward here with Walters. Walters, can he reach out? He's within a couple of metres. He's trying to wrestle his way over. McMeekin clamps him in. Leeds have got it right under the post. Nowhere for Smith to go. Now he gets the ball over the top. What a pass! Big chance for Newman! And Leeds are in! A move really that started on their own goal line. The kick over the top led to the set restart, and what a pass from Smith. Newman is in. It's his second of the season, and Leeds hit straight back.
Well, what a couple of pieces of individual brilliance. First from Blake Austin on that kick over the top. Fusser to Reddick, called it, takes it in the air, breaks away 50 metres, and off the back of this, the next player, it gets the hands of Cam Smith. He almost gets run out of room there, but that wonderful pass over the top there. Newman holding his width, and he just coasts over in the corner to bring this game back to within 2 points inside of 10 minutes. That skill there from Cam Smith cannot be undersold. What a pass, what a try.
Well, we mentioned his ability, his skill in the middle of the field. They love Harry Newman in these parts. He too, another one that highly rated, has had a lot of injury troubles. It's great to see him back fit on the Super League stage, but this is all about this pass here. Brilliant.
Certainly was, Mark. Straight over the top. Tom Johnson there just tried his very best to get a fingertip to it, but the weight of the pass was perfect.
Well, we've seen Kieran kick one from the sideline. Reece Martin, one of the best in the business. Can he do the same? Over on the far side, will send it on the way. He's going to try and float this one in, but he's just put it across the face. So it's still a 2-point game, but have to say a really good response from Leeds, and some expansive play and some quality play.
Yeah, Cam Smith there, he just pumps the ball, which brings that left edge of Catalan Dragons up, and then just holds it, floats it over the top, and Newman will be thanking him for that for sure. Such a talent, Harry Newman.
Stay behind, boys.
2-point ball game. 11 gone. The sun shining in West Yorkshire.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. Yeah, you're a bit quicker than me.
Dragons looking to go level with Warrington at the top of the Super League table. We'll be in Warrington next week as they take on Hull. As the ball goes high towards the in goal, it's taken by McDonald, who fancies a run himself. And the one thing that reshuffle will do with Reece Martin and Nene McDonald on that left edge for Leeds, it will give them some power bringing the ball out of their own end of the field.
For sure, Nene McDonald and Reece Martin, they offload the ball probably more than any other player in a Rhino shirt. So keep an eye on that as the game gets into those stages of fatigue. We already mentioned Nene McDonald. He averages 187 metres a game, Mark, in the 4 games that he's played in. He's such a go-to man and strike.
Goal free.
Connor gets the ball away, and Leeds looking to work their way up to their own 40-metre line.
Move now! Hold this 10, Ben. Hold. Goal, foot to the side, play on.
He goes
5.
O'Connor, very much a big player now for Leeds, given the absence of Cruz Leaning, who's on his way out of the club. High kick, swirling on the wing. This is a tester. Nobody gets it. McDonald might get it. He didn't go for the ball. Martin will pick it up. Martin will kick it down the sideline. The Dragons are going to have to deal with it. Reece Martin has touched it down. This could be one of the tries of the season. The referee wants to check it. Did he ground it? Did Nene McDonald touch it? But Reece Martin, playing at centre, has just come up with a bit of magic, and the referee thinks this is a try. This would be out of the top draw. Let's hear from the video referee.
So it's tackle 5, we need to check it from the first kick. Everybody apart from O'Connor is onside, so we can keep going. O'Connor is well outside the 10, so we can keep going here. So have we got a close-up there to see whether it hits an arm or it's a leg? Okay, so it hits legs of both players, still hits legs, everybody's behind, we can carry on going at this point. So we've now got another kick, so can we stop it on the foot again? So he's now gained possession. Everybody is onside, so now we need to go through to the grounding, please. So nice and slow, he just needs to have downward pressure and control. So if we could just have that one more time, please. So if we can stop it when the hand hits the ball. So the ball is on the line. Thank you, I've made a decision.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is an outstanding piece of rugby league from an outstanding player. Reece Martin, not even playing in his usual position, has just come up with a world-class bit of skill, and Leeds are in front. Kyle Hayward, there was nothing on at all there for Leeds, and they produced a try out of the hat.
Certainly have, Mark. And it was just that towering kick. It was swirling all over. Morg and Davis, they get caught up in who's here, whose job, whose responsibility is it. Reece Martin, it matters not to him, and he just competes harder than anybody else on the field there to get that ball down. A piece of individual brilliance. What a score that is.
Great camera work, great shot, great celebrations. What a brilliant try. And now Martin will look to add the extras to his own try. Not successful from the far touchline. This would get the home fans off their seats if he can add the extras here. That's the angle he's looking at. Sends it on the way. The wind, is it going to blow it over? Oh, it's blown it away. And the wind that really caused the Dragons the problems in the build-up to that try, Kyle, is causing some real problems for Reece Martin.
You know, not on this occasion. He puts the boot to ball there, and he competes, works harder. And Morg, if he had his time again, he'd just bat that dead. But that's what happens when you don't give up on a play. Reece Martin averages 8 points in his 81st game for the Rhinos per game. It's a terrific player for the club. If you've got a player who's, like I say, providing 8 points every single game, every time he pulls on that jersey, he's so valuable for Rowan Smith.
So the Dragons, all of a sudden. And now that gets even worse because the kick restart has gone out on the full. Kieran, too much power in that boot of his. And this now will be a penalty on halfway. He's overclubbed that by a considerable margin.
Well, we saw the wind there on Reece Martin's kick, how it held it short by a good 5 metres or so. And Kieran, he shows that he just taps that ball and it's straight over by about 10 metres. But it's another opportunity for the Rhinos, 40 metres away from the Dragons line.
Ball now driven forward. Tetavano carries, a 35 out here, Leeds. 2 tries in quick succession for them. Ball back on the inside for Holroyd. He's wrestled to the ground eventually. Leeds with O'Connor. finds Smith, who finds Walters, who finds Caesar. Oh, big shot went in there.
4.
20 away.
Hold now, hold. Goal 4.
Caesar comes across the field, pops it up short, but the Dragons quite happy to soak up the pressure centre field. Now will come the test. Last one. O'Connor with players to his left will go that way now. Austin to Caesar, flick pass, Martin gets it away. Nenny McDonald, he's going to reach out. Oh, did he get it? I'm not so sure he did, but he thinks he's got it down. Is this going to be yet another sensational rugby league try? Again, we're going to have to go upstairs. He was so tight to the sideline, but he reached out, and this time the referee thinks Leeds haven't got it over the try line. Let's hear from the referee.
We'll just go nice and slow here. So McDonald needs to stay in the field of play. At this moment in time, he is still in the field of play. So he's now swapped hands, he's still in the field. The foot is up. If we can keep going, we need to look at his left hand here. So keep going. His left hand is on the line there, the ball is still up. So we can just go back a bit here, just to confirm his hand is on the line. And stop, there we go, thank you, we have a decision.
The finest of margins that you saw there and you heard there, the fingers of our video referee this afternoon. And the arm just touched the whitewash before the ball touched the whitewash. And Leeds are denied yet another spectacular score.
I tell you what, Mark, we saw there on that Channel 4 replay how he puts the ball in left hand to right hand, and he's so close to an incredible finish. Unfortunately, the left leg of Nenny McDonald there, just inches away from it being put down. But the skill to transfer that ball under that kind of pressure, when it matters not.
And such is the extent of Leeds' start here that the Dragons find themselves behind for the first time since round 1. When they were at Wakefield, just up the road, they were behind there. And thanks as ever to our legendary statsman Ian Proctor.
All off the back of 3 wonderful kicks, 2 from Blake Austin and that one from Rhys Martin to go on and finish his score.
Hold now, hold.
Catalan Dragons perhaps get a bit more kick pressure in and around Blake Austin because his boot has been wicked so far.
Move, John!
It has.
Wait now. Goal.
First half racing by here. All working its way up and over the halfway. There's a possession stats just in favour of the Dragons. Ball's come out, and that is deemed to be a loose carry. Julian Bosquet shakes his head. The big man can't believe it.
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit frustrated there with Cameron Smith. It was almost head on head with each other. And as you see how tight Cameron Smith is there, yeah, I thought it was that up from up here, that left arm, he's almost just wanting him to get off him. And in the result of doing that, he loses the ball. But Cameron Smith, what a start to the season he's had. Last week, 40 tackles, 20 hit-ups, 150 metres and 6 tackle busts in that loss against Castleford. He certainly never lets his side down, Cam Smith, at the moment.
I'd imagine he's one of the first names on that Leeds team sheet, and the fact that he's been entrusted with that famous number 13 Leeds jersey says exactly how this club, how highly they rate him. Fossituri's tackle just short of the halfway line. O'Connor gets it away. Walters up towards halfway.
Big chance for Walters this year. Only 13 games last season. He managed to get under his belt. Big opportunity for him.
3, move, back now, Arthur, hold, goal.
Leeds working their way forward. Austin, all taken forward again. Smith was looking to offload, but couldn't on that occasion. 40 out from the line. Austin waits to the left, but it's going to go right to Caesar. Caesar now gets Myler. Myler moves it to Newman. Newman looking to put the footwork on, but he's wrapped up. Going to be dragged to the ground. Last one. One of Leeds got. We'll get it away to Caesar, who's going to hoist it high. It's going to hold up on the wind again. Morn comes forward, doesn't get there. Knocked on by the Dragons. More woes underneath this high ball. And at the moment, the Dragons can just not deal with it.
Well, Artie Moore has been caught in a couple of dodgy positions so far, and the Rhinos, they're onto it because they tested him already at will with a couple of high towering kicks, trying to make him move towards the ball.
Come on, Cam.
And they get the rewards off the back of it. There's a scrum on that centre field now, 15 metres out. So often we've seen this season, many tries scored from the base of the scrum.
What's that?
The Dragons have got too many. Yeah, they had too many in the scrum there, didn't they? They've just released one of their players into the back line. But this is a chance for Leeds. They're looking at this left-hand side. That's where they'll go now with Austin. Austin with a little dummy, gets it away to Rhys Martin. Rhys Martin brought down there, needed to be as well by Pearce. Tackle made, 5 off the line. Austin finds Smith. Smith, centre field, is wrapped up. 3 in the tackle will bring him to the floor. But Leeds are right where they want to be, attacking this Dragons line again, looking for more points. Here now, Walters. Had the arm free, but didn't find an offload.
Hold. Goal free.
O'Connor gets it short. Smith again taking it in. He's getting through some work early on here.
Stand for.
What can they do? They
Goal for.
have it centre field. Caesar now. Caesar's going to stab the kick through. Oh, it's knocked on. That was a chance for Newman. Second. He couldn't take it in. He bangs the ground in frustration. But not for the first time. The Dragons picked apart by the kicking game of Leeds.
Yeah, a delicate little kick again. This time it's Caesar. The other half threading it through, and Harry Newman just couldn't pick it up off his bootlaces. The weight of the kick was perfect. And Newman there, he just spills it. Would have been a dead set certain try mark for sure.
He did. And Super League action today, but tomorrow we've got more football action on Channel 4. UEFA European qualifiers. England against the Ukraine. You can watch it live on Channel 4 tomorrow from 4 p.m. Great win for England in Italy on Thursday night. Will they back that up with a win at Wembley? You'll find out right here on Channel 4 tomorrow. Now a penalty against Leeds, so easy way out here for the Dragons. And Kyle, they need these easy meters at the moment.
You certainly do. You know, we're a quarter of the game gone. 8-6. You just see, just jumped the gun off the scrum, and that's why the penalty was awarded. But 10 penalties last week for Rowan Smith's men, compounded with 14 errors, a completion rate of 60-odd%. You can't win any game of rugby league doing those sorts of things.
Well, they scored off their last penalty, didn't they, the Dragons? As now they bring the ball forward with Manu Mao. And he's tackled just over the halfway line. McAlorum pops it up. Proud day for him, back in his home city, making his 300th Super League appearance, and that's a good carry as well.
You talk about Cam Smith and his effect for the Rhinos. With that man playing the ball, Ben Garcia, 5 games away from closing on 200 for the Catalan club.
There's McMeekan, head bandage, is slung to the floor. McAlorum waits 20 metres away. Looks left, goes right. Pearce gets it short. They're trying to power their way through. Leeds defence being tested here. Last one for the Dragons. Pearce calling for it. Pearce will get it. They've got numbers here. The Dragons, can they execute? They got one. It's a great pass. It's a wonderful try. Kieran it is who sliced through, but that pass was right on the money. It's a wonderful pass. It's a wonderful finish, and the Dragons are back in front.
Yeah, Kieran there gets his second try of the season, but I want to take it back to the play with Mitchell Pearce when he does that short ball to Manu Mao. Have a look at Zane Tetivano as he retreats out the ruck. The numbers are all wrong. He gets caught in and around Richie Myler, and as a result, that right-hand edge of the Rhinos, well, they're under all sorts of problems. They're stretched. There's too many in and around the play of the ball. The space is out wide. That pass from Mate is exquisite. And Kieran just slides over in that corner.
He didn't even have to break stride. That was the power of the pass, the pace of it, Kyle. He just catches it and it takes him through the line.
Yeah, brilliant work there from Tyrone Mate. That's his 6th assist of the season. And Kieran, only one appearance for Sydney Roosters last year. Found himself predominantly playing with North Sydney in the New South Wales Cup. He's had a wow of a start. 2 tries inside of 6 games. Couple of positions at half-back as well.
Well, the wind at the other end is certainly hampering Rhys Martin. We saw from that first effort from the other side of the field for Adam Kieran that it's helping him move the ball towards the post. He's 1 from 1, and he's looking to convert his own try here. But look, let's look at the stats. 2 penalties Leeds have conceded, 2 tries the Dragons have scored on the back of it.
Yeah. The message will be simple. Sort that out. Again, it was the Jared O'Connor one at the start of the game, and then the one off the scrum. They're all just a bit too keen to get out and deal with it.
Great view there. Packed stands around us at Headingley. Here's the kick then. Sends it on the way, but didn't quite get it right that time. Goal kicking might be crucial today. Both sides have scored 2 tries, but just the one successful conversion, and that's the difference. But this was a pass of beauty.
Certainly was. Half-back to half-back.
You're not losing any time.
And that tunnel-shaped ball.
Stay behind.
Out to the centre.
Leeds this time will go long, and the Dragons have got it back. We saw there on our screens amongst the spectators here today. Terry O'Connor.
Go on, got to be quicker, Tom.
Super League star of the past. He's here with his family, watching his son Jared. I know there's members of the O'Connor family here from Australia today as well, taking in some Super League action.
That's play free, Mark, and they're already over the halfway line. There's some worrying signs at the moment. They're out here again with Morg.
Oh, he slipped, but he's got through the gap. He goes past Holroyd. He had the pass on as well there. He didn't get it away, Morg. And on the end of that tackle, might wish he had it done. Ball here now, though. Pearce gets it away. May goes again across the face of the runner out to Kieran. Ball now gets in field. Here they come again, the Dragons. They're going shot. Oh, what a tackle! What a tackle! Oh, wow! Saint Tetevano! That was the equivalent of running into a brick wall. Look at that!
Oh, he just bent him in half. Right shoulder contact there. The sits Mike McMeekin down. That's 2 big men. The force in between that tackle. Oh.
No wonder Richie Myler was clapping in the back. He didn't fancy taking McMeekin down, did he? That was some shot. Welcome to the Super League, viewers. If the first time you're watching with us on Channel 4 this afternoon, the rough and tumble, you've already seen some outrageous skill, and now a penalty. McDonald deemed to have had the ball. Oh, now he is going to say it's a loose carry. So Leeds are not happy here. Whitley was involved.
Oh, we might get away with that one there. Matt Whitley just looks like he has a little hand on that ball. It's Nene McDonald. No, take that back. On that angle, it looks like he loses it.
I think
Whitley can't make me all mad.
Yeah, who'd be a referee? I thought initially the referee was going to award a penalty, but he's changed his mind. And now the Dragons are in prime territory here to extend their lead.
Okay.
Here comes the scrum then. Morg has it, gets it away. Pearce. Oh, another big shot. This time Reece Martin, and Pearce has got a smile on his face. These rugby league players are a different breed, they really are. Here's Garcia. Centre field, just decides to calm things down and take a drive forward. Here's McAlorum, pops the ball up, driven forward by Mao. Tackle made. Couple of metres from the line. Dragons looking now. McMeekin. Sangare on from the bench. The former Toulouse man makes the tackle. French international coming up against a lot of his international teammates. Here is Busquet. Runs at Sangare. Offload is late. It's a good one though. Here now is Pearce taking on the line. Reaches out. It reaches out. He thinks he's got this down, and the referee wants to have a look at this. Well, they've been without him since the start of the season, but he's back in the team, and the referee thinks he hasn't quite got this down. But I think from the way the Dragons are reacting, they think they have.
So we're just seeing the ground in here. See if he gets the ball to the line.
Chris, can you just get me a whistle, mate? He's got a lot of mud in this.
We might need that angle again. So at this point, he's in possession of the ball. At this point, he's short. The momentum of the tackle hasn't stopped. And he ends up over the line. Yeah, the ball's on the line. So we'll just have it full speed. So we need to work out whether it's the momentum of the tackle that takes the ball over. So we know he remains in possession. thank you, I have a decision.
Last call's no try, mate, I've given.
Well, he was confident he got the ball on the line, Mitchell Pearce. The only question, certainly Leeds were asking, is was his momentum halted? Well, the video referee says that this is a try. Wow. And Mitchell Pearce, with his first appearance for the Dragons this season, has got his first try of the season. Kyle Amor, you thought he was short. I didn't think the tackle was completed. I thought there was still being pulled over the line. The try is given. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I'll be honest, I didn't think that was a try. I thought it was a double movement. We just seen a wonderful offload there from Busquets, and Pearce chops hard off his right foot. I thought the tackle was complete there. Well, the video referee must obviously think that there's momentum involved, or that the tackle was incomplete. We'll get to see it one more time there. Chops hard off his right foot, gets rid of O'Connor. And for me, I'm sorry, Mark, I don't agree with it. I think he's got that one wrong. However, it matters not now. We'll get on with the rest of the game. I think he's tackled there. The right arm's down. He almost pops it back up and promotes the ball. For me, that's not a try. Certainly not. However, the scoreboard will tell different, and it's 14 points to 8 with a kick to come.
And it should be a straightforward kick as well for Adam Kieran. He adjusts to the side of the post. The home fans are not happy about that. It's an interesting one, as Kieran will have the extras. I think if he rolls over in the tackle and he puts it down, I think you can understand that. But you're saying his momentum had stopped and he's moved the ball forward.
His right arm, Mark, hits the floor. There's a player in Zayn Tetivano, I think it is, who's on his legs. Oh, it's Lissoni.
Yeah. But does Lissoni not then pull him over?
No, he's tackled there. He's tackled there, and then he promotes the ball. For me, I just don't think, especially how Liam Moore sent it up as a no-try as well. But Garcia's away.
Yeah, they've got the ball, and here come the Dragons now. Garcia busting through tackles. And Leeds' gamble hasn't paid off here, and the Dragons looking now to really put the squeeze on the Rhinos. Here they go again. Headingley not a happy place at the moment. Ball flicked away. Here they come again. They ask McMeekin to settle things down. 15 away. But the Dragons here looking. They're sensing that the Rhinos are weakened at the moment. Ball taken forward. Tackle made 5 away. Are they going to get a fourth try in the opening half an hour? McAlorum gets the ball away. Bodies in motion again. Short pass to Whitley. He's lost it. Stolen in the tackle by Caesar, who then drops the ball on the ground. It's going to be play on, is it? The referee will give the decision. And he's saying that Caesar stole the ball and then he's lost it. So the Dragons are going to get yet another set on the line.
Well, it was a huge play from Caesar to deny Matt Whitley what would have been a certain try. He almost gets rid of him. And then Caesar, Mitchell Pearce all over him. He then drops the ball, and Liam Moore decides that it's a head and feed to the Catalan Dragons. I go back to that kickoff, Mark. I don't like it. I don't understand the mindset of a short kickoff. They opened the Betfred 2023 season against Warrington with 3 short kickoffs, and Warrington made them pay the price, and they've done it again. Yes, they got fortunate first time, but the mindset should be kick the ball long and go after defensively, not try and almost shortcut the way out.
Well, here they go again, the visitors. Romano having a run at the line. He's going to be held up just short. The Dragons work it short, taking it forward here. Mikel Goudemond on from the bench. He's closing in on 100 appearances. 4 short now. Here's McAlorum, short pass. Good defence from Leeds. They stay tough on their own line. And they'll play it again. They're coming back to this right-hand side. May drops it back for Pearce. Pearce then changes the switch of play. Now they're coming back to the centre here with Morg. He's racked down by the collar on his shirt and thrown to the ground. Ball carried in again. They're 10 away. Leeds defending, and they need one more effort defensively. The Dragons are going to go back to that left-hand side here. May again. Ball offloaded. Kick through, too strong. Too much on it. Was the right idea, but even Pearce this time couldn't get the right wait, and it is going to be a 7-tackle, 20-metre restart. And Leeds unhappy they couldn't take that quickly.
Yeah, just that last part of it was too quick. Too long to kick. O'Connor now up the centre of the field. Gets away.
O'Connor making a run up towards the halfway line. Better from Leeds.
This is end-to-end, Mark. Brilliant stuff.
That will be the 0 tackle on halfway. Nene McDonald needs to go forward. In the end, he bumps one off, but only makes a metre or two. The sun has gone, but the temperature is rising on the field and in the stands as well as Lissoni.
Tackle carry. That's what you want from your impact off the bench. Just bumps Matt Whitley out the way. Cameron Smith, another huge man in Sangare.
Free. Move back.
We're inside the 40 Leeds. They'll want the next points. Here is Austin, finds Caesar, gets the ball to Newman. Lovely pass. Here's Fusitua. Fusitua bumps one off. He's 15 away. Leeds just starting to strut their stuff as well offensively. Caesar has it. It's it away to Austin. Austin with a little hitch step is tackled centre field. Caesar is coming to this near side. The Dragons have struggled with the high kicks all day. Is that going to continue here? Smith finds Myler. They're going to put it low. It's a bouncing ball. Morg will collect it, and Reece Martin will collect more. That was another big shot, and Leeds celebrate because they should, from this goal line dropout, get the ball back.
Well, they haven't seen this part of the field for about the last 10 or 12 minutes. An intelligent kick there from Myler. Great chase once again by the ever-competing Reece Martin, who just knocks Artia Morg over, grounds the ball in his in goal, and forces 6 more plays. The Rhinos, Mike, you sense it's their turn to flex the pecs.
Let's go, Adam. Shot clock off.
It is. What can they do here?
Stand back on.
The goal line dropout will reach halfway. Myler judges it well, gets it away. Here comes Lissoni. Get ready for the impacts. Good shot goes in there.
Hold now, Mickey. Hold.
Desiree on from the bench is involved. Here now is Sangare. He'll be relishing the challenge, won't he, against his international teammates here. O'Connor gets the ball away.
It's getting quick now. The Dragons. Meters are made by Leeds.
Going back to the centre of the field. Sangare, we know he's got an offload. He's trying to offload it, but in the end he'll have to hold on. 11 away. Leeds looking to narrow the deficit. They'll swing it across to Austin now. He's got bodies outside him. Big step. Bumps off one. Austin still going. Last tackle. Myler screaming for it. Myler will get it. They've got numbers. Short pass here. Going to be a chance. Centre-Vano! Leeds are over. No, they're not. It's a forward pass. And it didn't need to be.
No, there was 3 on none in the end there. Richie Myler. That forward pass there, it is forward on that angle, you have to say. Zayn Tetivano denied a try through that forward pass, but they were completely done for numbers on that left edge.
I'll be disappointed with that, Myler. That was a beautiful opportunity.
Just looked the most simplest part of the play there. Just a catch and pass, that should be shell and peas.
Just held on to it a second too long, didn't he?
Yeah. Zayn Tetivano, you can see the anguish on his face. Would have been his first try of the season. Denied.
Front row denied. You're welling up there, Kyle. I can see it. Well, there's a player going off for the Dragons over on the far side of the field. Come on, he's going off. Leeds are not happy, the fans are not happy. They think that they're just time wasting here, but
I think they're not happy in general overall. You know, I still think that there's a bee in the bonnet around that Mitchell Peters try. And this crowd will certainly be on the back of Liam Moore for the rest of this game. Blake Austin there, his carry.
Well, he just got his head in the wrong place, didn't he, Gudemond? He's replaced. So the changes are plenty.
I tell you what a signing this man's been there. Tom Johnson scored 8 tries already, does so well, gets in between players. Desiree now taking over.
Gudemond has gone for a head injury assessment. There he is, he's got 15 minutes. If he passes his test, he can come back and play. If he can't, then he'll miss next week and he won't be back this afternoon. You mentioned Tom Johnson waiting his 100th career try. Will it come at Headingley? He's got plenty here in the past. Desiree carries it forward, last one.
Back now, Cam. Full now.
The Dragons looking for more points. They're going to go high. Davis is after it. McDonald catches it. Tackle is made. That's not a bad set from the Dragons.
No, if you think about where they started off and where they've turned the ball over, 6 again called. Tom Davis all over Nene McDonald. Now these are tough carries, Mark. Look at the red shirts in there. They're going to get it.
They've offloaded it. Could be a chance here for the Dragons. The ball is over the line. Well, if that ball has gone backwards from Manu Mao, the Dragons have got an absolute gift. And the referee says it is a try. Leeds were going back over their own in-goal line.
So is there a
they tried to offload it. And this is an absolute rugby league disaster. Let's hear from the video referee.
At this point, is in possession. Then attempts to offload the ball. So if we can go back to that Mao, whether he picks the ball up or not clean, what way the ball goes. So Mao appears to have lost the ball backwards in relation to the ground. So we now need to see if there's a clean pick-up. Yeah, so it picks up the ball clean. And the ball is grounded. Thank you.
Well, Leeds have shot themselves firmly in the foot here. Paul Seguier will not score an easier try than this. Let's hear the reaction around Headingley. They are not happy. Leeds under pressure on their own line. And Paul Seguier's got his second of the season, and they look shell-shocked, the Rhinos, right before the break.
Well, the reason I said they are tough carries is because sometimes you've just got to take your medicine. Reece Martin there just tries to offload the ball. Cameron Smith's not aware to it. Manu Mao deems to pat the ball backwards. And Paul Seguier, he was a try scorer against Hull FC earlier on in the opening rounds, and he's just got another one here today. And he won't score, sorry. A much easier one than that with a 25-year-old Frenchman. But it's just more concern for Leeds Rhinos. They came into this game conceding 17 tries, Mark, in total. Well, they've got another 4 inside opening 40 or 37 minutes, if you like. That's far too many for them, considering where they were at last year.
Here's Kieran. These two been in the grand final recently, coming up on the wrong end of it. The running repairs continue for the Dragons as Kieran looks to add the extras, and again he makes no mistake. 22 points to 8. Well, it's not like football where you can score an own goal, but this is as near to an own try as you're going to get, Kyle. He's just got to take the tackle, hasn't he, and go behind the in goal.
Exactly, you know, it's a superly high-risk play to offload that, given that there's 3 shirts all over you. And they'll go for another short kick-off again. I just don't like that. I don't understand it.
Well, they might like it now because they've got it back. Nene McDonald rampaging forward. Well, we said high risk, high reward. This time they get the reward. Steve McNamara looks on. Dragons coach will be pretty happy with the scoreline. Not sure what he's made of the performance. Ball going out wide. Here now is Newman. Newman cuts back inside. He's going to be wrapped up. What a game this has been. The Super League continuing to deliver here. They wanted a set restart, they didn't get one. Lissoni passes it. Here's Sangare. He's tackled 20 away. Another big collision, and again the Dragon, they're trying to eke out every second they can out of this first half here. Lissoni goes, gets it away to Austin. Out the back to Myler. Myler, dummies, goes short. And here goes Martin, he's over the sideline.
Great defence there.
Just watch your move, come on.
You see what it means. Everyone's coming flying in. Mitchell Pearson, Martin having a bit of afters as well. But the attack there didn't really challenge. You can just see the number of red shirts in the frame there, just to deny any sort of opportunity for Leeds Rhinos. Look, I'll go back to what I said there about the short kick-off. Yes, they get come up with it, but the mindset for me, this is, you know, in a game that's largely nowadays based on a war of attrition,
Reece Martin goes into touch.
It just, for me, sends the wrong message out. You're 22 points conceded, and if you don't come up with possession on that, well, you're just inviting them into your own half, and what Leeds Rhinos have already shown is they're not able to cope. They can't cope because of the number of tries they're conceding, not only in this game, Mark, but throughout the start to Super League.
Well, we've seen in the NRL a lot the short goal line restart, haven't we? They're trying to do that to get the ball back. But again, it is high risk, high reward. But Leeds at the moment, they've won a couple, lost a couple, but when it's costing you points...
That's the thing. Look, if you're going to do it, you've got to be able to back up and understand that you're going to have to be able to defend it out. And it's not just this game. The Rhinos have shown that defensively, they just can't cope at times.
Goal 4.
Dragons, 20 seconds remaining. They're going to go through the hands here. Oh, May, I think there's a player. I don't think he wanted Whitley there, but he's still going here. He's still going this time. He does find enough. Oh, what a pass! They're rampaging through. Segier's tackle. They're going to get one last tackle. What hands there? This is the last one. They're going through the hands. What can they do? The hooter goes in the background. They'll float the kick across the field. He's batted forward. He couldn't take it in. Whitley, if he'd have caught it, would have been a try. Oh, they were so close, the Dragons. But what a pulsating half of Super League action here. The Dragons scored inside 4 minutes. Tom Davis with a flying finish. Tries from Harry Newman and a wonderful effort from Martin. Put Leeds in front, but then Kieran, Pearce and Seguier all adding to the points. Mean that at the break, it is the Catalan Dragons who lead. All the reaction to come with Sam Danica and with Adam. Half-time here at Headingley. It's Leeds 8, the Catalan Dragons 22.
Welcome back to League on 4. Catalans 22, Leeds Rhinos 8. Oh, look, I'm going to ask, is that scoreline reflective of the game?
I think it probably flatters us a little bit. I think the game's been very, very close. There's been some missed opportunities by Leeds that when they watch that back, they'll be really disappointed in. And, you know, we got a call with the 50-50. Was it a double movement or not? I think it was a very, very tough decision for the video ref to make. So although we're, 22-8 up, it's probably not quite a fair reflection on exactly how tight the game's been.
All right, let's run you through what happened so far. Started off with a mistake, a little penalty can lead to so much.
Yeah, Jared O'Connor's just gone in there for the tackle. He's gone a little bit high, which then has led to this kick, which has given Catalan fantastic field position, isn't it, so early on in the game. And then all we see here is a really great phase of hands, and they just move this ball really quickly, and you've got to just pay credit to this absolutely fantastic try. A little bit of a gymnastics specialism in there, but like it's just moving that ball really quickly and leaves that literally in the corner, isn't it? That pinpoint corner.
That's the kind of athleticism you only see in rugby league. Now, we said Leeds were going to throw the ball around a little bit, play a little bit expansive, especially down their own end, and they did that. Yeah, they did. They saw an opportunity early to kick early in the set, and it was a play that we actually previewed during the week. When Blake Austin sees a tight defence, doesn't matter where it is on the field, he'll kick to that space. I think we're lucky that they didn't have a faster guy catching that, because we could have been in trouble there. But again, we watched that exact play in the week, but seeing it and stopping it's a different thing. Leeds again playing to space, and that's not a halfback throwing that pass. That's Cameron Smith. He's he's probably one of the best ball playing middles in the league. He's seen space, and Leeds have obviously been given that licence by Rowan Smith to, if you see something, play it, and they cause some troubles for us there. And then Leeds got a little bit of momentum behind them. Danica, you were whooping and cheering in the old Winnebago.
It's been a bit tense in there, hasn't it, between me and Sam? And again, just a nice little kick over, and unfortunate that Catalan, the one rule is never let the ball bounce, and didn't manage to gather it. But we've talked about that man at the start. Reece Martin sees the gap, kicks it, and here we look at Arthur Morgan on the next clip. He just looks over his right shoulder. He's looking at who's coming on the outside and not focusing on that ball at play, which probably gives him that split second extra for Reece to put that ball down.
And, of course, those high balls have caused a bit of trouble today with the wind. Do you think that'll be a factor in the second half?
Yeah, definitely. And certainly with Blake Austin, the way he kicks the ball, he kicks the ball really flat, which creates a real difficult spin when it's in the air. And when the wind's like this, it makes it all the more difficult. I'm glad I'm not playing the ball.
You mentioned earlier Leeds had some missed chances, so it could be a lot more even, I should say.
Yeah, definitely. I think when they look back, there's some tries they've left out here. There was 2 or 3 tries that they'll be disappointed, and ones that they probably score 7, 8, 9 times out of 10. We've seen that they're going to build pressure. Now I wouldn't call this a missed opportunity. I think this is some great play from McDonald. He's done everything he possibly can, and it's a game of millimetres at that point. But this is a clean drop from Harry Newman. That's poor. He should be picking that up. He compounds that with some poor defence. He's gone from not scoring a try to being caught out of position. And Adam Kieran, someone we highlighted before the game, catch him on the outside. He's fast, he's strong. You're not going to stop him that close to the line.
All right, let's talk about the controversy now. Firstly, for those who might be new to rugby league, what constitutes a double movement?
A double movement is when the momentum of the tackle has stopped and a ball player's elbow has touched the floor. That means the player stopped. He cannot promote the ball forward with his arm.
So that said, the Mitchell Pearce try.
That said, there's a few grey areas now. I think if this had been called a try or a no try, there'd have been arguments both ways. I think the fact that Sam Lissoni, the tackler, the guy that's tackling round the legs, just there, he's sort of pulling him towards the line. Mitchell Pearce ends up in the air and plonks the ball down. Now, if this was given a no try, I'd understand.
Look at that elbow on the floor there.
He then, after his elbow's down, he gets pulled up. Danica, you take your Leeds glasses off. I think it was a 50-50.
You take your Catalan jacket off then.
And so we were saying before, if there was no one touching him, you would have called that a double movement. But because someone's pulling him, you think, well, he couldn't really stop himself.
Yeah, I think the momentum was always going. It's a lot easier to watch those kind of decisions in full speed.
Yeah.
When you slow everything down, you could pinpoint every single try in a game and say there was something, or every play of the ball, but playing it in full speed, I think you'd probably lean in the favour of a try.
And again, before the game, you pointed out the consistency that Catalans have been playing with, the very low error rate, as opposed to Leeds, where again, another tiny error led to a try down the other end.
Yeah, I think it's something, it's the style of Leeds play, that, they want to throw the ball around. It's poor from Myler there. He probably didn't need to take the ball quite as far as he did and give it in, but this is the opposite. It's an error at the opposite end of the field. Now, we can focus on the error and we can focus on, should he be offloading 2 metres off his line, but look at the intent from the defenders there. Both markers get involved, Ben Garcia gets involved, and that's a panicked offload. That isn't a plan. The plan isn't let's offload 2 metres off our line. It's a panic. It's come from some really good defence, some real intent in our defence, which is pleasing to see.
And so what do you think Leeds have got to do to get back into this?
I think it's just about, simple plays like Sam said, with probably some silly errors that didn't need to come off, moving that ball so close to the line. And it's momentum. They need to jump on momentum. I think Leeds get a bit of, they make a mistake and they kind of get down a little bit, and they need to keep pushing forward because Catalan are capitalising every time they make a mistake. So keep your hands on the ball and pass it backwards.
Catalans Dragons are trying to stay on top of the table. Leeds are hoping they won't fall to the floor. There's more action after the break with Mark Wilson and Kyle Amor. They've got the second half. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Headingley. We're at half-time. The Leeds Rhinos have got work to do. They trail the Catalan Dragons by 22 points to 8. Let's have a look in the dressing rooms then. Luxurious. The dressing rooms at Headingley, recently been redeveloped, and is, if not the best facility in Super League. There are the Dragons then. Some news coming out of their dressing room at half-time is that Mikel Gudemond has failed his head injury assessment, so he is out for the rest of this game. There's Steve McNamara. Well, he's got a lovely suntan. He didn't get that in Leeds, did he? That's definitely from the south of France. Rowan Smith. His side have got work to do and a few questions to answer, Kyle.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I don't think they're going to change. I don't think they're going to change the way they've approached this game. We already seen, early on, Blake Austin there coming up with a couple of unplanned kicks, really, if you like, trying to catch the Catalan Dragons out cold. Then McDonald, he's been carrying the ball forward well. But for the Catalan Dragons, Mark, I don't think that they need to go on and try and win this game again. I thought really, by and large, yes, there was that little, you know, I don't want to go on about it too much more after this, but that Mitchell Pearce try, but take nothing away. I think the Dragons have been much, much better overall in that first 40 minutes. The challenge for them is have the head in every play, because I think the Rhinos will try and force the hand ever so more as the rest of this contest unfolds.
Well, there were plenty of thrills and spills. It was certainly exciting at times.
It
There
sure
were
was,
some
yeah.
great bits, some not so good bits.
Yeah.
Leeds maybe just need to smarten up second half.
Yeah, for sure. I just think they just need to be have a bit more steel about them, because so far this season they've just conceded far too many tries. You know, 8 tries now through the centre channel of the field. That's always as a front rower. And you get coached that those are real soft ones when they come through you, rather than getting the try scored out in the corner.
We're about to get back underway here at Headingley in the Betfred Super League. It is the Leeds Rhinos against the Catalan Dragons. I've been asked to ask you by a member of the production staff today that amongst your massive number of tries, were you ever guilty of a double movement?
No, never, Mark. Never, Mark, and I know because there wasn't that many of them, so I could say that with absolute confidence.
A man who scored in the cup final at Wembley, though.
Well, that's all. That'll
There
do
you
me.
go.
That'll do me.
Yeah.
Goal 3.
Here come Leeds coming forward now. Oh, another big knock, but Whitley, for the moment, was
nearly
interested
looked for
in
a
trying to
one-on-one
steal the
steal,
ball,
yeah.
wasn't he?
I think he was nearly just about to pull the trigger until Desiree coming on the act. Sangare, I've really been impressed with him, Mark. You know, he's got some really good touches about his game.
He
Holds
has.
the ball in his right hand.
Here is
for
Austin.
offloads.
Goes high. Tessa on the far side, well dealt with. Davis knew what was coming, but takes the catch and takes his medicine. And not a bad first set from Leeds. Now, can they force errors out of the Dragons team?
Much better set there from the Rhinos, led by Sangare. Sony just carrying the ball hard and direct and forcing Catalans to bring it away from their own end. They've just got to be a bit more disciplined here. Oh,
Goal 3.
almost there, almost.
Yeah, Sangare went a little bit early, but he managed to get himself back on side, which is a good job because he affected the tackle. You get the feeling if Leeds are prepared to roll their sleeves up here, there's still something in this for them, but here come the Dragons.
See, and that's there. You know, they've done so well for 4 plays. And then Manu Mao just finds an easy 15-20 metres in behind the ruck, allows Mitchell Pearce to kick on the front foot. It's high and hanging.
It is, and this is also a great gather by
super
Fussy
take.
Tour. They're happy with that. Oh, it's a test. That wind holding the ball up, but Fussy Tour got off the ground, and here comes Newman, but he is sent backwards.
Hold. Goal 2.
And the beauty of getting off the ground as Fussy Tour did then is that he knows that a defender can't touch him until he lands on the ground, so he's in effect got a free catch, hasn't he?
Yeah, so often you see those wingers there tucking the knees in, knowing if there's any slight touch, then it will be a penalty. Cam Smith now just on his own there, no shape in and around him, just carries into last tackle. Jared O'Connor. Blake Austin's boot once more, won't it?
Austin for the corner. Morg just has to reset his feet, but then brings it forward. He's tackled 20 off his own line. So Leeds have completed 2 sets early on here. The Dragons, though, bringing the ball out of their own end.
Great work there from Blake Austin, puts the kick in, gets involved in that tackle, then works so hard from marker just to deny Tom Davis any more ground as his partner in crime, the opposite winger, Tom Johnson, proving ever so difficult to put down once more.
Yeah. Arthur Morg just getting a bit of treatment on the far side. Here is Pearce, gets the ball away to May. He just turns it back inside, taken forward by Desiree. He's tackled over the halfway line. McAlorum gets it away. Here now is Pearce, turns the ball back underneath. Great contact, but a great offload as well. And here now come the Dragons again, taking the ball with Seguier, the try score at the end of the first half. Wrapped up last one. Dragons options, they're going right. Pearce is going to stand up the kick, trying to test out over on the far side, but McDonald is up there and does well, Nene McDonald. And Leeds have got it back, but in effect the Dragons have again gone 80 metres.
Yeah, they're just applying pressure there. It's Manu Mao there with 2 wonderful offloads through that set of 6. Just allowed Catalans to just pinch more metres up the field. The kick in the corner was perfect, catching it 2 metres off his own line. We got 3 players gone and the Rhinos are struggling for yards here, Mark. There's only 10 metres made. Great work in and around the ruck. Once again, that extra effort there, just to turn Fussy to it.
Look at that metres gained stat. Nearly 300 more metres for the Dragons, and that tells a story, doesn't it?
It probably does, but it also tells the bigger story, which is the scoreboard. At 22-8. It's all uphill, sorry, for Leeds.
It is, and Leeds are going to have to kick from just on the 20-metre line. That's a swirling kick, but Morg is back and catches it on his own 20. He will turn the ball back for Davis. Newman led the charge. That's a great tackle from Newman.
But the trade-off of that kick pressure there on Blake Austin. There's a penalty given away again. So yes, they've completed 2 sets, Mark, but they've fallen back into habits. Newman then mouse off to Liam Moore, gives another 10 metres and a penalty centre field. In fact, he's going to find himself in more trouble here. He's off. He's gone.
He's been sent to the sin bin, Harry Newman. And that is of his own making, because he gave away the penalty by not clearing the ruck. If he steps out of the way, then that wouldn't have been a penalty. Then he backchats the referee, and clearly he's carried on. Well, Harry Newman can shake his head, but you cannot backchat the referee. And he's done it twice there, and the referee, no hesitation to send him to the sin bin. Leeds down to 12.
He's obviously continued as well, so the extra meterage is being gained for the second offence, and then he's carried on. He's let himself and his side down there. 6 minutes in.
Too far, boys, too far.
And so many points behind on the scoreboard, and they're going to have to do it tough now. The Rhinos, 35 minutes left to play, 12 men.
Go.
Well, it's a tough enough game without hampering your chances by not being able to hold.
It's just not needed, though, is
discipline.
it? You know, it's just not needed whatsoever.
Move.
He done so well to make the tackle and then just gave it away. And now here come the Dragons. Desiree drives it forward. He's 25 away.
I like Jordan Desiree. Just carries the ball hard and direct.
Yep, here they go now with Garcia. Garcia offers the dummy. Garcia tackled 10 away. A man who nearly lost his ear during the World Cup, didn't he? Got an injury. Here come the Dragons now. Pearce with room, with runners outside him. Mal reaching out, not quite. Last tackle.
Hit the line. Hit the line. Hold.
Sorry, not the last tackle. The Dragons tackle just a metre or so short. They'll get it back in field. Here now goes Pearce. Gets it away to Mate. Tall pass batted down. Caesar gambled.
He had to go for that as well, because Matt Whitley was just straight through a huge hole there. Tyrone May just tries to do a soft, delicate pass into the hard running back rower Matt Whitley. Caesar bats the ball down. It's 6 more to defend.
Speaking of injuries, Tyrone May, of course, got that horrible injury, didn't it, the World Cup? Bad hip injury.
Yeah, against England, St James's Park.
Yeah.
Of course, England performed so well that day.
Here, though, come the Dragons. Morg with a big step inside the 10, wrapped up.
Move there, Sam. Hit the line, Jared.
8 metres away. McAlorum waiting, looking. Desiree pumps up. Tackled a metre away. Leeds down to 12, remember.
Go 2.
Can they make them pay? Was that a knock-on? It was from McAlorum. Big roar goes around Headingley. That's a let-off for Leeds.
Mickey McAlorum there just loses sight of the ball. He's almost looking, isn't he, to see where his halfback is, and fumbles it.
A few ironic cheers around Headingley. The home fans are disappointed, I think, by the manner of those tries that they conceded at the end of the half. There was controversy about the Mitchell-Pearce try. Leeds shot themselves in the foot for the Seguier try.
You can have 1 minute, 1 shot, heads in.
And Leeds down to 12 for the next 8 minutes or so.
Head down.
I think Leeds have to score next, Mark. I think that's pretty evident. If they can do that and just create a bit of chaos. Particularly how they played in the opening 10 minutes. Blake Austin heavily involved. He's here again. And he tips on to Cam Smith.
Smith trying to get his head through the line up to the 30. We were, of course, here on Channel 4 in the opening game of last season when Leeds were down to 12 for large parts, and they almost produced a win on that occasion. Here now is Austin. Austin with a dummy. Oh, he's got through the line. Needs support. Still going, Austin. Oh, he's bumped that off again. Still going. Tackled by Moore. Great run from Blake Austin. Plays it. Leeds now rolling forward. Here's Myler. Gets it to Caesar. Caesar takes on the line. Gets it away. It's going to be a try. Myler over. Brilliant from Leeds.
We've seen that play from Blake Austin so many times throughout his career. That huge right foot step, just attacking and working over the same defenders. Just there, bang. Sells Desiree, gets past McIlroy and bumps off Pearce. Almost gets past Artie Moore, but it's the next play. It goes from Myler to who then promotes the ball back inside to the ever-supporting glides in for his second try of the season. Of course, Myler, 50 appearances for the Catalan club back in 2016. And he's back to hurt his own side here.
We'll let him get...
Myler with a finish, but Austin's run it was that got that move going. There is a Dragons player down, and the player is down right where Reece Martin wants to take. So this is a problem.
Tyrone May, huge loss. Just see there, he gets caught underneath, and it looks like it's that left ankle.
Oh, that
never looks great. That
nice.
when it almost bends in the opposite way it's supposed to, back underneath him, and he looks in a fair bit of pain. You can imagine that there'll be a bit of time taken here to make sure that Tyrone May is okay.
Well, there's the try scorer, Richie Myler. But May here could be in a spot of bother. That looked really ugly.
Tyrone May, been a great signing for Catalan. Spent 5 years over at Penrith Panthers, of course, coming off the bench in that 2021 Grand Final win.
Going off now.
He's back up on his feet now. Whether he'll be able to continue or not, certainly doesn't look like it from those pictures.
Well, he's hobbling off, which, whilst he's not a sign that anyone wants to see,
Time's back on now.
hopefully it's nothing too long term. It said he's had an injury hit last year or so.
Well, just on that, Mike, there's half an hour left to play. I mentioned that the Rhinos, you felt that they have to score next. And if Reece Martin can land this kick, it takes us into an 8-point ball game. But remember, the Catalan Dragons losing their playmaker in Tyrone May, and of course Gudemon as well off the bench.
Yeah, well, here's Reece Martin hoping to add another 2. Oh, he's pulled that. Make a note of that one. He doesn't miss too many from there, and maybe the weight did him no good. So that's 3 misses for Reece Martin. You'll not see that too many times, but this is the try, and it's great skill, great hands.
It is, and just a great smarts and awareness from the fullback, just to remain coasting. Just watch when he tips this ball on to Caesar, just slows his tempo down, knows that that's a chance, and when it's there, well, he takes it well.
Well, we mentioned goal kicker right at the start. Reece Martin, I know he had 2 really tough kicks in that first half, Carl, but they've scored 3 tries. There is May, and he looks in a lot of discomfort.
Stay behind.
We'll try and get an update on that one, but that did not look nice, did it? Let's hope it's nothing too serious. The ball then kicked downfield. I'll tell you what, that could have gone out on the full, couldn't it?
I'll tell you what, you've got to get your body in front of this there. Lasoni just carries back into a welcome committee of Garcia, McMeekin and Desiree. And he's hurt him.
Lasoni, new signing for the Rhinos.
That's a better carry now from Fosatua. Leaving people on the floor. Connor's allowed to pick up and go right behind the ruck once more.
Had a couple of nice runs, hasn't he, Jared O'Connor?
The Rhinos fans feel that they should have got a penalty there.
Well, they would have had a penalty if that kick-off that we just saw there had gone out on the full, but they opted to catch it. Oh, nice step there on the far side. Here goes Martin again. Martin bursting through. He's got a chance. Oh, he's got support. He's not past it. He's still going, Martin. He's still going, pumping his legs. Going to be tackled 2 away, but surely the pass would have seen them go in. Last one. They've busted the Dragons over on this near side. That's where the kick's coming now. They're looking to try and get in behind, and a desperate hand from the Dragons. Whitley denies Leeds a try, but should Reece Martin have passed here?
Yeah, there's Richie Myler back on the inside. Zane Tetivano, there's a whole committee there just wanting the ball. But on the next play there, Blake Austin eyes up once again, and Matt Whitley so patient just to let that ball, as soon as it lands, just bat it dead.
Would you have liked to have seen Fusitua jump for that ball? Maybe he could have taken it off of Whitley.
Perhaps so. But credit the scramble defence of Catalan Dragons. Off the back of that huge run there from Reece Martin.
Well, the biggest compliment you could play Leeds is that in the last 5 minutes you wouldn't know they were the player. They were a player down, but they are. They've got one try, not the best goal line restart, and Leeds will start 25 away. And I tell you what, if they can score here, we're in for a bumper finish to this game.
Well, they just seem to be carrying the ball with so much more purpose and vigour.
They do. O'Connor finds Austin. Austin, short pass. Ball taken forward. They're about 7 away. Leeds knocking on the door. O'Connor goes short to Lissoni. Lissoni racked up. They were waiting for him. Are the numbers going to be out wide for Leeds? They're going to go. O'Connor's going to pitch one. It's over. Jared O'Connor dives over and scores a try that gets Leeds back within 1. Well, his family are here from all around the world and they've seen him get over for a Leeds try. There's his old man Terry. They're delighted and so they should be. Leeds are back within 6.
Yeah, Jared O'Connor there, sliding over in front of the family. But just keep your eye on the defensive unit of Catalan Dragons. Mitchell Pearce, it's Jordan Desiree. He has a late switch over onto the open side. Mitchell Pearce is screaming for him not to go. And the space is presented there. And Jared O'Connor, the pictures don't quite show it there, but there's a real late movement and adjustment in and around the ruck. And that space is just far too big, and Jared O'Connor, well, his eyes lighten up as he just slides over to O'Connor's 28th consecutive game for the Rhinos, going back to April last year.
His second try for the club, his first here at Headingley. What a time to get it as well. His family, we saw his mum and dad there. His family from all around the world are here. And O'Connor, well, he's given Reece Martin another opportunity to open up his goal-kicking account. And Leeds have got 2 tries whilst down to 12. And the comeback could be on here at Headingley. Martin looks... Oh, he's in the post! Well, he can't believe it. He's got a smile on his face, but he genuinely cannot believe he's missed that kick. And that's 2 you would have put good money on Reece Martin kicking that he's wasted.
Well, if he kicks all of them, this game's locked in at 22-all. But it's 16-22 in favour of the Catalan Dragons. The run was too quick. It was disjointed with anybody recycling out of it, people moving late.
Well, you look at the graphic. You look at the graphic on your screen, top of your screen. 4 tries each, yet Catalans are winning by 6. The goal kicking of Adam Kieran at the moment has got the Dragons in front, and the Dragons, remember, have lost they've lost Mikel Gudemond, who failed a head injury assessment. They've lost Tyrone May. They're running out of troops here at Headingley.
This is a completely different Leeds Rhinos outfit. Darrell Alfort's on to the field as well, just to try and speed things up in and around the ruck. Gets a few more metres, quick play of the ball, they're off again.
They are, O'Connor's off again, looking to get to the halfway line. Leeds are playing better with 12 than they did with 13.
I'll tell you why they're playing better, Mark, because they're just thinking route 1, carrying hard, nice and straight and direct.
We said at half-time, if they were prepared to roll up their sleeves, there was something in this game. He's got a hold there, Cameron Smith, because he ran behind one of his own teammates. If he'd have carried on, it would have been a penalty against him. Here up the middle they go, but this time the door closed. That's Alrich da Costa on for the Dragons. Last one for Leeds. Here is Austin. He's going high. That is high as well. Johnson and Moore jump for the same ball. Johnson comes away with it.
Well, just making it, just making it a lottery mark there, just putting it high, getting people in and around it. O'Connor there going looking for Whitley. This game's heating up over the last 5-10 minutes.
Well, it shows if you're prepared to work hard, you get rewards. Dragons were hoping for a penalty. They're not going to get one. Davis off the wing will take it forward. Tetevano with the tackle, and O'Connor working hard in the middle of the field. Here now Is Morg, little sidestep, gets him away from O'Connor, gets him away. Morg's got no support, he might have to do it himself, and he slips into the arms of Myler. 35 out, will play the ball now. Here goes Busquets, he's driving forward. Look at this for a run. 15 away, last tackle, offloaded. I think the referee's going to say he was held. So now they'll go down the short side. Kieran, little kick, bounces kindly, and Leeds will get their hands on the ball a couple of metres off their own line.
Yeah, just that break through the centre of field there, that would disappoint Rowan Smith. I think the number of times there that the Rhinos have looked like they're going to do a good job defensively, and it's one player that just undoes it for them. And the net result is that you're carrying hard off your own line. Harry Smith's early time in the sin bin, and they're promoting the ball again here at will.
Yeah, Harry Newman gets it away, but the door closed on Reece Martin. Good tackle, McAlorum working hard as well. Here now goes Sangare, he gets rid of Romano. Romano, though, comes back for a second goal. All played here on the 20. Good scoot out of dummy half, and Leeds are away! And Leeds are racing forward now! They need to make the tackle, and they do. Last one. Leeds want a quick play of the ball. Oh, he needed to get up there. That was a chance. Here now goes Caesar, gets it away. Austin's got support with him. Austin trying to get to the edge, gets it to Newman! Newman with a finish! Leeds are back in this game! Or are they? No, they're not. They've been denied. It's going to be the handover. It's going to be the handover.
Oh, what a play, Matt Whitley. That last-ditch effort to get across. I thought it was a try, but Whitley just comes across. Great call there from that touch judge on this near side. The break from Nene MacDonald. Get up, play the ball. Blake Austin goes hard into the line, gives it to Harry Newman, and Matt Whitley there denies a certain try, and another score for Newman for sure. Brilliant play. Jared O'Connor now.
Ramps in. Gets the contact. Tough carries now for the Dragons. Looking, remember, for a 6th successive win to start the season.
Smart play from McAlorum. Knows that the Rhinos are getting excited with line speed. Just shows the ball. Takes the space in and around the ruck and just diffuses that threat from the Rhinos' defence.
Good carry there. Here goes Busquets. Drives it in. Runs. Trying to get over the top of McDonald. On halfway. Here goes McAlorum. McMeekin. Oh, he drops it. McMeekin loses it. And Leeds have got it back. That will be play on. And Austin's away. He's got support on his outside. Austin, does he know it's there? He does. He's sending Alphonse to the corner. Leeds score. Brilliant play. Austin alert after McMeekin spills the ball. Joy at Headingley. The referee will check this one, but surely this time Leeds are back within 2 points. Let's hear from our video referee.
Okay, so we've not got a tackle yet. We need to go to when Leeds gain possession of the ball. So McMeekin is in possession. So Martin plays at the ball, however, in relation to the ground, it has gone backwards into the way that Martin is defending. So we can carry on going at this point. So it's hit his foot, we can keep going. That is a knock on Catalan. So we now have 0 tackle. So the ball is offloaded backwards. And now can we just check the touchline? So he needs to keep both feet in field of play. So left foot is in, right foot is in. There's loads of space between the foot and the touchline. Still space between the foot and the touchline. Still space in the field of play at that point. In the field of play at that point. At that point, can we go through to the grounding, please? And can we pause it on the grounding? Thank you. I have a decision.
Daryl Alford started on the bench. Rowan Smith brings him on, and he's rewarded him with a try. danced his way down the touchline. Alford applauds his own try. It was a great finish. Austin didn't panic. And now a huge kick for Rhys Martin. He's not kicked one this afternoon. He kicks this. We're all level. But here's the mistake from McMeekan.
Yeah, huge involvements there from Rhys Martin, Nene MacDonald and Blake Austin. Arguably the three most important players this afternoon. The patience from Austin there, just knowing that Pearce is coming across to give that ball to Darrell Alfords and to lock this game.
Here's the kick then. Is this going to be a first successful kick? No, it's
pulled
not.
It again. He's pulled it again.
Well, he equalled the record for goal kicking, Rhys Martin, last season. But this year, he got 41 successful kicks last year, but he's missed 5 on the spin today, and Leeds are still 2 behind. But Austin here, he's so cool, isn't he? Know exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's been incredible all afternoon as Blake Austin. The delight on Alfred's face tells it all, and they love it as well.
The Leeds fans enjoying it.
But boy, this game's flipped on its head completely as we enter the final quarter.
Yeah, we've just seen Jared O'Connor go off. I think he's played a huge part in this revival.
Well, he's been able to play a huge part, Mark, because of the hard, direct carries that the Leeds Rhinos, the mindset that they've adopted has changed in this second half. They've just ripped in. Nene MacDonald there. 3 players all over him, still gets his legs going and finds himself almost a half-quick play of the ball. But that fight there is what allows people like O'Connor to build and gain momentum in the game.
Well, Corey Johnson is the man entrusted now, just his 8th Leeds appearance. And here he is, scooting his way forward. Obviously with Cruz leaning, about to depart Leeds, the chances for O'Connor and Johnson will increase as Austin now pokes the ball across towards the corner. Morg, a bouncing ball, and in the end he decides just to let it roll away. He couldn't gamble knocking it on. And there's 17 minutes left here. Austin again just playing game smart, kicking to the corner. They know that the Dragons are down to 15. They know they're tiring.
I think they can sense it. He certainly can. And Artie Morg there just shepherding that ball, almost wishing and blowing it over that sideline. But that's much better from the Rhinos. The control from Austin. And this is where they're going to have to step it up here. They've got 3 and 4 numbers in there. That's better defence. That's brilliant defence. The crowd are liking it as well.
Certainly are. Johnson told to get to his feet. No chances yet to get that 100th career try for Tom Johnston. We're thinking more about hanging on to the win here. As the ball now works its way forward.
3. Move! Up! Hold!
The Dragons coming forward now to their own 40.
Hold me! Hold! 4.
Busquets drives, offloads, picked up by McAlorum, gets it away to Morg. Morg gets it away. Here now is McMeekan. You better hang on to this one. He does, despite the attentions of Smith. Last one for the Dragons. Pearce is going to go high. He's going to ask Alfords to catch it. Alfords back inside his 10, got there comfortably. What's the chase like? It's a very good chase as well.
Well, it is, but Alfords is able to get in between players and direct play, and dictate play once again. Fussy Tua carrying hard once more. This is better from the Rhinos for sure.
Yeah, healthy crowd of over 14,000 at Headingley this afternoon, and if you're enjoying your Saturday lunchtime rugby league, we've got more of it for you next weekend as well. The Warrington Wolves, unbeaten, top of the table as it stands, take on Hull FC. Same time, same place. Next weekend, there it is, 12:45 Saturday. Who will be the April Fool? Will it be Warrington or Hull? We'll find out on Channel 4 next weekend. And the live sport coming thick and fast. Tomorrow, England take on Ukraine. All the build-up from 4, only on Channel 4. Ball kicked down. This could be a 40-20 effort from Austin. If he gets the bounce, he did! He did, he got the bounce! Austin celebrates! That was a kick out of the top draw! Wow! What an accurate kick from the boot of Austin inside the 40, and it got the perfect bounce. Leeds get it back.
He's enjoying his afternoon there, Blake Austin. A wild pass over the top to Myler. But Blake Austin, that's what you want from your star players, your generals in the side, to step up at key moments.
The Dragons are wobbling. Sangare leads the Leeds charge. They've got numbers on that left-hand side, and that's where they're going now with Austin. Austin gets it away and over! Try Leeds, and it's Tom Holroyd, the front rower, who's over. He enjoyed that one. It's his second of the season, and Leeds are back in front. They lead by 24 points to 22.
Beautiful orchestrated play there from Blake Austin. Goes into the line. I think it's Tetivano that he shows, and Tom Holroyd, well, just watch his movement. He appears like a fullback there, just out the back of that play, and scores in front of that stand packed with the Leeds Rhinos fans. Blake Austin to the line. There's a lead runner, and Tom Holroyd goes out the back. The centre on the far side comes jamming in, but it's little too late.
Yes, mate.
He's having his best start to his Leeds career.
We're going to have a change of goal kick here. Aidan Caesar is going to add the extras. Just a word there, Tom Holroyd. Could he have narrowed the gap a little bit? I know it's heat at the moment. His aim is to get to the line. He got there, but could have made it a little bit easier.
I think for a young front rower scoring that far out, over in what was normally a back row of centres channel, he just wants to get the ball down. But you're right, he could have perhaps maybe have made the angle a bit better for Caesar. But Tom Holroyd, this is his 6th start. Best ever run of form in terms of starts for the club. That's obviously a lot of trust instilled in him.
Well, there's no Mikolaj Ledski for Leeds, of course. Their international front rower is out injured at the moment. Caesar then to boot Leeds further in front. Left-footed, sends it on its way. A big roar goes around Headingley. Leeds finally have a goal to add to their 6 tries, and they lead by 4. 12 minutes remaining here, but this was a beautiful run from the big front rower.
Tom Holroyd there enjoying that. The line from Reece Martin is what attracts the 3rd man in. I think it was Matt Whitley on that far side.
Time you run, boys, time it.
6 tries against 4, but Catalans only need 1 score. Reminder, if we're level at the end of 80 minutes, we would go to golden point extra time. Here goes the try scorer, enthused by his score, and that's a big run to get the set started. You have to say, second half, Leeds have done pretty much everything right.
Absolutely. And it's all come off the back of just wanting to win the competition a bit more. The contest in and around the ruck, they've won the floor, they've won the collision, and as such they're able just to roll forward. It's intelligent and big moments from Blake Austin as well, and it makes all the recipe for success, and the scoreboard tells you that now as they lead with by 4 points with just under 12 minutes left.
Here now is Austin. Austin has been very, very good second half. High kick again. Johnson and Moore went for the same ball, but Johnson called it and got it, and he will bring it back up to the 20.
Look, we haven't seen Catalan Dragons have a purple patch in this half. It's so important for the Rhinos to be able to see this game out, and that's keeping the Dragons at bay as best as they can. Make sure that they kick the ball back more often than not from inside of their own half.
Dragons working it downfield. Johnson with a tackle. The Dragons who've lost Gudemond and May. Will they get a chance to get back on level terms? They're on halfway now. They've got the strike. We know that. Here's Pearce. Gets it away. Taken forward. Mao with a tackle. Last one. Pearce is looking down the short side, but they've gone high across the field. It should be a comfortable catch at the back. It is for Myler. Myler will bring it forward, but he's tackled 15 off his own line. The Dragons need to try and force a Leeds mistake here.
They sure do. They're chasing the game now for the first time in the afternoon. And you're right, Mark. They have to come up with something. There's still plenty of time on the clock. I don't think there'll be panic stations as yet.
What they can't afford is to concede a 7th try. That would be a problem for them, and Leeds attacking again around the ruck area. Danny McDonald is wrapped up.
Yeah, he's been sharp in and around the ruck all afternoon.
He has. Here's Cameron Smith. Smith trying to work his way through. Over the halfway line he goes. Last tackle for Leeds. Set restart. A set restart on the very last tackle. And everything at the moment is going Leeds' way. Forward they go again. 40 metres out. Working the short side is Myler. Finds Martin. Martin pokes his head through the tackle. Ball's on the ground. What's the referee deemed here? He said it's a knock-on. He said it's a knock-on. Well, Catalans will be a little bit frustrated that they weren't allowed to play on there, but of course it is a mistake to play the ball, so it is going to be a turnover.
Reece Martin, he's had an incredible afternoon, but just doesn't play the ball correctly there at the vital moment. And it's so difficult to call this. There's something telling me, Mark, that Catalan will come up with something, whether that's a break or an opportunity will present itself. Whether they can take it or not, that remains to be seen.
Well, the metres gained has closed up significantly now, hasn't it? That's shown the dominance that Leeds have had. And of course, because the error was in the act of playing the ball and we get a set restart, you can't play on from that. And the Dragons have got the ball back. A slip ball from Morg. That tackle looked a little bit on the high side, didn't it? But I think Catalans would pay good money for a penalty, wouldn't it, to get them down the other end, but runs like that will help. Good carry. Here's Da Costa, gets it away. Morg injects himself into the line. Mao carries. They're 30 away now. Is there to be lunchtime drama here in the Super League on Channel 4? Are the Dragons going to level things up? Now they're moving through the hands. Kieran gets it to Whitley. Whitley bumps one off. Whitley still going. He's wrapped up. He's playing in the centre now, Whitley, of course, with Kieran going into the halves. And here is Kieran. Last tackle. Floats it across the field. Should be dealt with by Austin, and is. Leeds have got it back. 7.5 to go. They lead by 4.
I'll tell you what, Matt. Let's take nothing away. Given the manner that we presented and started this second half in, for Leeds to flip this scoreboard on its head and score a number of tries, it's a huge credit to them. Rowan Smith will be certainly pleased with that aspect. But Catalan Dragons, they have yet to be beaten. They're joint top of the league. So it's a huge, huge win. Let's take nothing away from that.
Yeah, Leeds, of course, beat St Helens earlier in the season, so they have proven that they can compete with the best in the competition.
You have to do it consistently, Mark.
You do. Look at this one. That is high. Morg is under it. Oh, that's a beautiful catch. Well done, Duarte Morg.
Move straight out, hold.
What do they need to do from here then, Kyle?
Well, look, they've still got an opportunity of four full sets, I reckon, maybe 3 with ball in hand. So they need to chance something at some point, an offload or a little inside play to Artie Morg, just trying to catch some middle unit of the Leeds Rhinos out.
They need some ball down the other end of the field. They've had very little, have they, at the moment, and that's courtesy of Leeds. Better discipline in this second half, despite the fact they were down to 12 for 10 minutes of it. Kieran is wrapped up. 25 out. Pearce, what can he conjure up from here? He'll take on the line. Now there's room. Now there's room for Morg. Morg trying to bump off one. Still going. 10 metres out. Last tackle, the Dragons. They want points or a repeat set would be just as welcome. Here now is Pearce. Pearce stabs the kick through. It's easy. And there's a chance here. And away they go. Richie Myler racing away. Johnston's after him. Ball inside. Harry Newman celebrates. Waves at the crowd. Gives him the big dive. The Leeds Rhinos about to inflict defeat on the Dragons for the first time this season. Leeds go the length of the field. They lead by 8. The Dragons' unbeaten start is surely over.
Well, what a second half performance from the team in blue and amber, the Leeds Rhinos. Richie Myler there. Mitchell Pearce's kick was so soft through the middle of the field. It was straight down the throat. But Richie Myler, great positioning from him. And he's just able to cut up the centre of the field like we've seen so often in his career. Has the patience and the presence of mind there for Harry Newman. An intelligent slice back through the middle of the field from him, and the big swung dive over under the sticks. And that's game, set and match for the Rhinos. You feel with the kick to come, it's going to be a 10-point ball game. And what a huge swing for the Leeds Rhinos. A brilliant second half performance to inflict Catalans Dragons' first defeat of 2023. Harry Newman back with a bang. 2 further tries to add to his one already this season.
Well, his teammates have dug him out of the hole, because that sin binning in the second half could have been crucial. Reece Martin is going to be given a confidence booster right in front of the posts to make it a 10-point game. But you feel that is it, a length of the field breakaway. And Reece Martin in front of the post will get Kyle's choice of player of the match in a moment. As here is Reece Martin, and look at that, he celebrates arms aloft. He acknowledges it's not been his best day with a boot, but Leeds have got enough tries to get the job done. And this, a length of the field special.
Well, they head into this round 6 game having only scored 15 tries. Well, they've scored 7 here this afternoon. And those 2 players combined, Harry Newman, huge future in the game. What a talent he is.
Right, the Dragons will go short here from the restart. Can they get the ball back?
Back off Leeds. Back off Leeds.
Well, it's kicked forward by McMeekin. They will get the ball back, so there might just be late drama here. If the Dragons can get one back straight away, they've got it 25 out. Desiree with a good carry. The Dragons desperately trying to get themselves back in this game. Here's Pearce, turns it back inside. Busquets lost it, and that will be the game. Time then to get to Kyle Amor for our Betfred Player of the Match.
Oh, look, Mark, there's been a number of key performers out there. I'm thinking of Nene MacDonald, Reece Martin, Jared O'Connor as well. He's had a large say in this game, particularly in the second half in changing the fortune. But the man for me, who has been at all the good things around Leeds Rhinos today, is the number 6, Blake Austin. A special game from him. When you want your generals to step up and provide, when your backs are against the wall, he's certainly done that this afternoon. And he's a Betfred Player of the Match, Blake Austin.
Yeah, well deserved for Austin. Had a key part in some of the tries, and also that 40-20 kick that really did get Leeds on the front foot.
He's just been a constant threat all night, Mark, bringing people onto the ball. His kicking game's been almost 10 out of 10. That's another high and swirling kick. Artiamon deals with it once more, but he's been constantly asking questions. And when he's needed to as well, defensively he's aimed up.
Well, Leeds have rattled off 5 unanswered tries, and they got 2 of those while they were down to 12 in this second half. Harry Newman sent to the sin bin, but Newman added to his opening try as well. And Leeds are 2 minutes away. That will leave Warrington unbeaten at the top of the table. Ball over the top, intercepted by Newman, gets it away. Taken forward by MacDonald, who is wrapped up. And Newman, look at him orchestrating the crowd down below us. He's a huge fan favourite here. Warrington left clear at the top. We'll see them in action next Saturday against Hull FC. Right here on Channel 4, more live rugby league. Don't forget England in action against Ukraine tomorrow from 4 o'clock as they continue their 2024 European qualification campaign.
And of course the Warrington Wolves are the only single side left unbeaten in 2023. And on April Fool's Day, will it be Hull FC?
Here comes Austin again, looking to wrap things up in style. Leeds on the last one. Austin will take his time. The job is done. High kick, Morg waits. Myler went to pick his pocket. Morg comes out on top in the battle of the number ones.
almost Jekyll and Hyde performance here today from Leeds Rhinos. Remember the first half.
There's
really...
Ronnie, look, he's fired up, he's loving it, the crowd are loving it. Leeds are loving it as well. They bounced back from defeat at Castleford last week. And they have got the victory. Plenty to think about for Steve McNamara.
Well, one of those things, Mark, well, they've scored 22 points here today, and in a game of Super League, that's more often enough to win a game. Defensively, though, not quite being where they need to be.
They'll be frustrated as they offload on the ground. Here's Da Costa taking it forward. The countdown is on at Headingley. Leeds back to winning ways. They've destroyed the Dragons with a second half rampaging performance. And Whitley is tackled. He offloads it to Kieran. Kieran will keep going. They're going to play on the Dragons. Ball's on the ground. It's picked up here by Pearce. Pearce will come forward. Stabs a kick through. Whitley hacks it forward. Myler will kick it out of Headingley. And he salutes the crowd. Harry Newman's double has got the Leeds Rhinos their third win of the season. For the Dragons, their perfect start that looks set to continue at half-time has gone up in smoke. Good performances all round from the Rhinos. There's Jared O'Connor, who was brilliant for the hour that he was on the field. It smiles all round at Headingley. They worked hard second half. McDonald a big part of that as well. Leeds happy that second half performance was out of the top drawer. The South Stand in good voice here at Headingley. They might not have enjoyed the first half too much, but that second half was a type of form that took Leeds to the grand final last season. We'll have all the reaction to come from Sam Tompkins, Stanica Brigg, Adam Hills, and we'll hear from the coaches and our player of the match. But it's Leeds Rhinos who have ended the Dragons' unbeaten start. They've beaten them by 32 points to 22.
Welcome back to League on 4, where I'm not entirely sure what just happened here. 22-8 it was at half-time to Catalan Dragons, and then it ended up being 32-22 to Leeds. I'm still getting my head around this. I'm pretty sure we can join Helen right now with the Betfred player of the match, Blake Austin.
Yeah, Blake Austin is here. He's got a bit of a crew with him because you've got 4 children. Carter's on the sideline filming this for you. How, in your position, when it doesn't go well, the criticism falls on you. When it goes well, you get the plaudits. Can you enjoy today?
Yeah, it's a performance we've been wanting to have at Headingley for a while. We've been a bit indifferent this year, and just a really enjoyable day. I think we're a dry weather footy team, and hopefully there's plenty more of that to come.
How good is it mentally for you guys to come from behind, given the score at half-time?
Yeah, I think when you can score points, you know, they obviously had a man in the bin, and when you can score points, I think you can break teams, and I think we managed to do that. We stuck at what our plan was, and it was a pretty good day in the end.
Listen, even on a day when you are man of the match and you pulled off a victory like that, it's never about you when you're our dad. Give your kids a name check. Yeah,
that's right. The kids, they come to all my games. Win or loss, I'm going to limp off. I'm going to be bruised and battered, so it's good to go home to these guys.
And which one of you guys is getting the medal? Whose room's that going in?
I reckon Remy will claim that one. Yeah, cheers.
Remy, it is your medal if it's your moment, Blake. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ellen. Cheers.